Hello and welcome to Wingin It. And once again, we are back with some more tournament action from the Orinoco Goose Outlast. And yeah, we have our fifth game here of the first survival round. We've played 4 so far, we've won 3, we've lost 1. But the record's not important here, it is all about the points difference. Good thing is that is looking healthy as well. So yeah, game 5 of 6 here, and we are up against J Lim. So I'm going to send this one out, we're going first. So yeah, let's have a look. Let's see what we're going to get for a start here. And it is going to be an American crow and a scissortail flycatcher. Very tasty stuff, and a bee eater in the tray. And you know what? We've got a Brant. This could be a really good Brant situation here. We'll take a look at the bonus cards as well. Okay, Birdbander. Birdbander's not a bad keep there at all. So yeah, I'm feeling a Brant here. I gotta say, I'm feeling a Brant here. Brant, crow, bee eater feels like a good little way to get this kicked off. Now, I would be tempted to go this flycatcher as well, and I'm just trying to work out if there is a way that I can justify keeping that, because that would be, man, 3 food in the grasslands. Obviously 2 of those worms, but the crow being able to get anything I want. That's very tempting. Very tempting. I can definitely see a scenario here where I just play Brant and then take food once, play the crow, lay eggs a couple of times, get the bee eater down, keep laying eggs, and yeah, then use that to get the flycatcher down. It's obviously a bit slower. If I don't keep the flycatcher, I can keep the extra food here and obviously play the crow straight away. So it's about whether do I think it's worth slowing down a turn to be able to play this flycatcher as well. Ooh. Difficult decisions. Difficult decisions. I do like the idea of being able to get 3 food and 3 reliable food. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm a big believer in the bee eater, but it doesn't work every time. It is going to miss sometimes. So that can be a frustrating experience. So yeah, having that bit more of a guarantee. Obviously the crow always works, but with this flycatcher as well, I'm very tempted to go with this, like I say. And yeah, we can just grab the food. The crow, it doesn't matter what we grab. Anything works for that. So I think we're going to lock that in if my controller will let me. And there we go. So yeah, but this is a good start. I like having a nice open start like this with good grasslands options. And yeah, it's all just going to be about what we can see, what we can find from the deck once we've got this all set up. All right, then here we go. What has our opponent gone for? Worm and fish. So maybe a good start for themselves. We're going to slap the Brant down, though. We're going to take these 3, and we've just got to pray, please, don't reveal anything good. Okay. Well, we've revealed a house finch, so not what we like to see. Obviously, we'd love to see that if that was going to come up on our turn, but not to be here. So yeah, our opponent, they'll be happy with that, but they'd have none of the food for it. So obviously that is all there in the feeder. But yeah, not ideal, but still, I think you would be very happy to see a house finch come up. As I say, that's the risk when you play Brant. Something like that is going to happen. But I'm gonna take the seed here. As I said when I was picking the starting hand, any food will do for this American crow. So if I can at least, you know, try and slow down this house finch from going down. I would imagine. Normally when you see greedy starts like this with 3 cards and 2 food, there's normally a food generator in there somewhere, so they'll probably be okay, but any little thing I can do to be annoying is going to help. So there we go, Gnatcatcher, pretty standard. We're going to play our crow, and as I say, the focus is going to be getting this bee eater down, and then the bee eater feeds the flycatcher, and then I don't know, maybe this bald eagle. maybe we can get this bald eagle. We might need some forcing down with some extra worms, but I think I'm just going to play it a bit by ear. Egg space should be okay, at least for a little bit. Obviously, we lay 3, but the crow takes 1 away, so we're actually only gaining 2 a turn, and we have got a bit of space to work with. But otherwise, just patiently wait and see what is going to come our way whenever that tray is going to get reset. So, yeah, our opponent looks like they're getting food. Yeah, as I say, I would imagine Housefinch are going to want to get down. They probably have some kind of wetland option, I would guess. Keeping the fish. I can't imagine they were really hoping on picking up that bald eagle. So we'll see. We'll see what they've got in store. And it is a green heron, okay. Of all the wetland plays they could have had, that is one that has me less worried. So yeah, not a bad option. When you're gaining worms with a gnatcatcher, you can then turn those worms into anything. So that is potentially going to be how they get this housefinch down, of course. Trade the worm for the seed, get that down and start tucking. So definitely not bad. But first end of round, we're looking quite good for that, I have to say. We are going to get this bee eater down. So that's going to get us up to 5. I think we'll be okay. So that's going to be good news for us. And yeah, like I say, bee eater down. Pray that it's going to work. I feel like I have a pretty good relationship with this bird. We get on pretty well. Normally, I can rely on this to get me the worms in my time of need. So hopefully it's not going to let me down here. I've got quite a few videos featuring the bee eater as well. So yeah, we go way back, me and this bee eater. So as I say, hopefully it can do its thing here. So they're laying eggs, which does tell me they're probably going to go and draw cards next. And we're going to get our bee eater down. So here we go. And as I say, using that reroll power, as long as it works once in the next 2 turns, so they can get the flycatcher down as soon as possible. That's going to be important for me. But yeah, this is the start of a really good grasslands. Very happy with this. Good food generation. Ordinarily, I'd say 2 food. That's your limit where you don't need to go to the forest. 3, as I say, a bit greedy. I probably could have got away without keeping this flycatcher, but it's big points. It's 8 points, and it's a food generator as well. So they're going food. That's interesting. Laying eggs, then going food. So maybe they've got another wetland option to get down first. We'll see. But here we go. Moment of truth. Bee eater, what are you going to do for us? You are going to get us our first worm. Thank you very much. That makes me very happy. And yeah, we'll take the cherry. So we're 2/3 of the way towards this flycatcher. And yeah, as long as if bee eater hits, I think I'll use the crow to get a fish, and then we can start thinking about this bald eagle. So I definitely wouldn't mind that as a second wetland play. Maybe get some fish, but otherwise just push that wetlands out, that 1 extra space, allow me to get some more cards. That is going to be key because, yeah, card access is not really something I have a lot of. But there we go, starling. Common starling goes down. Interesting stuff. Okay, we know that final bird in their hand is the housefinch. So I would imagine, as I say, they're going to use the heron here to trade over for a seed. But yeah, we might have to be careful then with this flycatcher because as much as I don't mind throwing a bit of food around, if they're guaranteed to be able to turn it into points with that starling, could spell danger for us. But let's lay eggs again. Come on, bee eater. There we go. See? All you have to do is ask nicely. And the bee eater's going to deliver. So, yeah, I think we are going to win this end around. Unless, I mean, I suppose they could force this housefinch down. Are they going to do that? Would I be doing that in this situation? I would have to think very carefully about that. Because it would be tempting to do that. Get you 3 extra points. And tie the end around. So, we'll see. Obviously, we couldn't do anything about that. We could have played this Multoni's Warbler, but yeah, not worth doing that just for an end of round. So, Flycatcher definitely going to be the next play. Yeah, I do think their plan A would have been to draw cards, but it looks like they did force it down. I'm hoping it's in the grasslands because there's a wood duck that's just appeared. Oh dear, it's in the forest. Well, that's very bad news. That is incredibly bad news. Wood duck appears. You've already got gnatcatcher housefinch in the forest. And you've already got a starling set up as well to make use of all that extra food. Okay. Well, we've got a fight on our hands here. This is going to be difficult. This is definitely going to be difficult. Now, the positive thing is, there's a black-throated diver there, which is really, really good for us. So I am going to go and take that, because that's going to be a good one to get down. And yeah, hopefully, I don't know. I mean, the feeder's not great. Feeder's not great at the moment. They might have to take food a couple of times and then lay eggs, and only then are they going to be able to get this wood duck down. So yeah, could be a bit of a slow one. Obviously, if we do throw some worms around, that would change things a bit. Yeah, they're laying eggs. I think they want me to lay eggs and reset the feeder with this bee eater, but we're not going to do that. We're going to play our scissor tail. And yeah, I'll have to think about this. I might have to play defensive here. If skipping the flycatcher slows them from getting wood duck down by a turn, I think that's worth a skip. I think that's worth a skip. Oh, look at all those fish. Oh, look at all those fish. Bold eagle becomes very tempting, although, to be honest, by the time I'm potentially able to get this down, those fish probably won't be there anymore. But man, I wish I could play this right now. That'd be very tempting. Okay, what have they got? 2 worms and a seed. Okay, so it's not a big deal to give a worm here because they still can't force it down. Maybe they'll draw cards again and trade, but I think they go for food. So we'll lay eggs. We will give up the worm. There we go. Bee eater missing. However, it's left 3 fish. So do you know what? Could have been worse. But I think we are still going to struggle, perhaps, to be able to get the bald eagle down. But yeah, that would have been nice if we could have got the worm there and then left 3 fish as well. I just know that with all this fish coming up now, when we do eventually get to play this bald eagle, there's not going to be any fish there. So we might have to tactically play the diver first, but I'm really hoping I can do bald eagle and then just play diver with the 3 fish. That would definitely make me happy. Okay, they've gained food. Ooh. Now we might finesse this. And what do I mean by that? I mean we skip the bee eater and leave those 2 fish there so that we can play the bold eagle and pick those up. I might actually do that. As bizarre as it sounds, because I am 90% certain they're going to play this wood duck next. So that feeder's going to get left there. So I think I'm going to big brain this. We're going to skip the bee eater. And yeah, we'll take our rodent. And I hope that doesn't come back to bite me. I really hope that doesn't come back to bite me. If they take food and get rid of those fish, I'll be very, very upset. But yeah, I think the opportunity for fish there to be able to go bald eagle and then also diver, like I say, it's very, very tempting. Very tempting indeed. Because yeah, big points. And it's really important I can get this down at some point this round, because I'm going first in round 3. I want to see what that fresh tray is. I don't really have great cards in my hand. Like this bed sparrow is potentially playable, but that is going to make egg space a real problem. You know, this has only got 1 egg space. This has only got 1 as well, so it's going to slow things down. But there we go. Wood duck goes down. Our fish is still there, so let's play bold eagle. And let's hoover up those fish. So that's very good news. That's very good news indeed. And yeah, points are looking strong. Look at that, 35 points already on the board. We've still got this diver to get down. And yeah, not really finding bird band of birds. That's a bit of a shame. We've got lots of mono habitat birds going on here. So hopefully, as I say, with a fresh tray, but this diver power really strong, resetting the tray when activated. So you see more cards, you get more choice of cards for what you want to be picking up. So I don't dislike that, but yeah, wood duck. Oh, this is scary because they are going to max out that starling every round, I think. And that house finch is just going to help with the card cycle a little bit. So yeah, we're definitely ahead. We are definitely ahead at this point of the game. But they are not going to go down without a fight here. Wood duck house finch. Yeah, definitely scary. Definitely scary stuff. So I have no idea what this other card is, but to be honest, don't think it matters there. They're going to be seeing and drawing lots of cards, so yeah, I fully expect them to be able to find something better. Alright then, on to our next turn. Yeah, they're going for food, as expected. Once you've got this wood duck down, you just start drawing food. You just start, yeah, using that wood duck power, getting those cards, so that's going to be strong for them. But hopefully what is going to be strong for us is this black threat diver. So we're going to get that down. And yeah, start drawing some cards, but as I say, I think it's going to be next round. I think we'll hold off. I think we'll lay eggs, get a little bit of food, set ourselves up, and hopefully we get a nice extra grassland bird. As I say, not too keen on the bird sparrow. So they've played grasshopper sparrow, so I was wondering where they're going to get their eggs from. So that's not bad. That gets some extra eggs. They can always chuck food. They're not going to be short of food at all. So yeah, let's lay eggs. Let's make sure they're not going to be short of food. But it's okay because neither are we. So plenty of worms. Let's take a seed. A little bit of food diversity. And yeah, this is where they're going to be very strong. This starling, that's going to get 5 tucks around. So that is very nice. They already had that down. Then the wood duck appeared. So yeah, excellent combo for them. Very painful one for me to be looking at, but yeah, 15 tucks I'd be expecting on that. But hopefully, as I say, we get a good tray in round 3. And you know what? That's not bad. That is not bad. Blue-winged warbler. I mean, when you've got nothing but worms, you definitely take it. To be honest, I think that whole tray is pretty good. I might just go and swoop all of those 3 birds, because black-tuned hummingbird, you know, when you're trying to hit bird bander, having something for 1 food and 4 points, don't mind it. So we'll sweep all of those, and let's see what the diver's going to give us as well. It's going to give us a Vireo. So again, do you know what? I don't mind that. More birds to be played with only worms, so we can get a tasty double play in the forest very, very easily there. So I do like that. And yeah, I don't know. I'm starting to warm to the sparrow. I'm starting to warm to it now that I have actually got some good stuff to play. Because obviously, you know, I lay eggs. I will be getting 4 a turn, filling up some of these spaces. But especially with the double play, stuff like the falcon, the hummingbirds, playing that is going to help clear out some egg space. This sparrow is going to help a little bit for that last end of round as well. And I would expect, against the wood duck engine, I would expect this end of round and the next one. I should be able to win those. So yeah, I think I can play this, and then I think just keep laying eggs. I can do this double play, as I said, in the forest. That should be enough, I think, for 4 eggs in each habitat. Unless they're going strong grass and pivot here. I think we should be able to do that. So only 4 tucks on the starling. That's interesting. Maybe they really wanted to save one of those foods to be able to play something. So we'll see how that plays out. I wonder if they might pick up this scale quail, and indeed they do. And they reveal the mockingbird. Oh, do I have to take that? Do I have to take that? I really don't like the idea of them having mockingbird in the forest here. I think they're going to play scale quail here, and I think they are going to potentially try and hammer eggs here. And I might be just jinxing everything here. They might be able to, like I say, hammer 5 eggs a turn, win the end around. So that's quite scary. Oh man, Mockingbird is not great for me because I don't have anything amazing to copy. Maybe I copy the Bad Sparrow. Maybe everything goes out the window and eggs are no longer a problem. Yeah, I think I do have to draw it. I think I do have to draw it. So we'll chuck an egg as well. Actually, we'll go from here first, and now we'll chuck an egg because I think if we do go Mockingbird, egg's probably not going to be a problem here. Swain's Hawk could go for that instead. Great Egret is excellent. Oh, that's a good pickup. Okay. Right. Let's think about this. Okay. So for Birdbander, we can do Mockingbird. We can do Blue-winged Warbler. We need one more, so it probably would be this Hummingbird. I think doing something like Great Egret into Eleanor's Falcon. That's very tempting. So yeah, I'm toying with this Hawk, but I think Great Egret. I think Great Egret is going to be the way to go. So, ooh, White Stork. Oh, that would have been so nice for me as well. But do you know what? So be it. I mean, they could still pivot here. They could pick up that White Stork and play it, and be very, very scary. So we'll see if they do that. But yeah, I think at this point, I think we're good. I think we just get stuff down. Maybe I might play this Hawk actually instead of the. I can't even find it now. Instead of the Bear Sparrow. But I don't know. I think egg space is going to be less of a problem here. If we are getting 3 food a turn. Lots of it's worms, but you know, a fair number of these birds are going to eat worms. And yeah, we can always overpay a bit for something like this. This Great Egret. So I think we're probably good now. I think we just play these birds, and yeah, start to lay eggs, start to hammer this grasslands, and play yeah, the rest of these big point birds. So let's get this sparrow down, and we could even think about this. Could we force Mockingbird? No, because we need to play stuff first. So Mockingbird will have to wait 1 turn, but that's okay. That's okay. So yeah, Sparrow goes down. And yeah, how do they play this? Do they go White Stork? This is going to be interesting. I feel like you have to go White Stork here. It's huge points on its own. And yeah, it's going to be better than that Scale Quail. So yeah, there we go, White Stork. In the age-old debate of which is better, Wood Duck or White Stork, well, when you have both, you don't have to pick. So that makes things easier. But yeah, let's lay eggs. Now I do have to think carefully, because do I really want to throw food at a White Stork? I don't know. They've got such good food access. I feel like I do kind of need this food myself, so I'm gonna keep taking it. We'll take a cherry, and we'll get ready for this Mockingbird. Whether it's still gonna be time to play it, I don't know. We might not have time to play it. I'll have to think about that, because it would be start of round 5 that it goes down. I think there's better stuff to be played, to be honest. I think it's going to be Egret. I think it's going to be Eleonora. And as I say, oh, I don't know. It had some usefulness. Yeah, they are laying eggs now. It had some usefulness in that it was going to maybe help me hit Birdbander, but yeah, I think that's just going to be too tricky, to be honest. Yeah, okay, so for this end of round, the most they can get to, if they lay eggs twice more, they can also get to 4 per habitat. Oh, actually, we can't get to 4 per habitat because we use the crow. Oh, I didn't think about that. That was a mistake. That was a mistake. Hopefully that's not going to be a costly one, but yeah, okay. Oh, I'm getting so distracted by their White Stork alongside their Wood Duck. So yeah, I think Mockingbird's too late. It's a 0 point play when I play it, and it's only worth 1 point a turn. for the few turns that I will be laying eggs. So I will use the... Actually, to be honest, it doesn't matter if I use the cherry or the worm, because I'm gonna be drowning a worm, so I may as well use the worm. So let's just do that. Get those two down. And yeah, we can only get to 11 eggs now, so that's annoying. I should have paid attention to that. But we'll see. I mean, I don't know. They might not want to lay eggs twice here. They might want to play something. Because they have got some food. But with the starling, that's always points. So we'll see. But yeah, I think we just have to get some of this stuff down. Like I say, egret into Eleonora. Maybe play hummingbird. Just for something to play and get a bit of egg space. But yeah, we'll see. Okay, they played the quail. Interesting. Okay, so I suppose they might throw food. They get 4 eggs, 5, 6. Yeah, so they can only get to 9. Okay. So we are going to tie anyway. But I could have won that. I could have won this end around if I was paying a bit more attention. So that's annoying. But so be it. Yeah, I think I can probably start skipping this, to be honest. As long as Bee Eater works, which it doesn't, we should be okay. But yeah, I think we might be okay. But we will see. Maybe playing this Mockingbird is going to be worthwhile after all. Maybe we play Mockingbird, lay eggs twice, do the double play in the wetlands, and then lay eggs again. So it would be 3 points. But then maybe I double play into the black-chinned and hit Bird Bander. That might be the way. How are they looking on that last end around now? I suppose that Scale Quail is helpful for them. And I think that does put them ahead. But yeah, that's score 1 for the Falcon right there. Because yeah, what are we on? We'd be on 7 if we fill up, and they'd be on 8. So if we can get, yeah, if we can get this down, that would put us up to 9. So assuming they don't play anything else, which they might still do, then we can still win that. So we're just going to tie all these end rounds, it seems. But here we go into the final round. Oh, I don't know how to feel about this one. How are they looking in terms of points? I mean, they have got a lot of points on the board, I feel like. Yeah, it's looking strong. It's looking strong. And of course, we have no idea what their bonus card is, so that could be good points for them. I think whatever the result is going to be, it's probably not going to be a big swing either way. Of course, again, this is all about points difference, this tournament, so kind of whether you win or lose, as long as you can keep the result close. If you're losing, you want it to be close. If you're winning, of course, you want it to be as big as possible. But yeah, as long as you can maximize your own points, it's kind of not super important what the result is. But of course, you do want to win if you can. But looks like they're getting food. Okay, this is the thing. If they take food more, food's not an amazing action for them. So only 1 tuck on the finch. If they use that food for starling tucks, okay, it's a few more points, but yeah, I can only imagine that's if they've got stuff to play. So right, we need to work this out. What is the play? Do we go Mockingbird? It's a 0-point play. But if I lay eggs 3 more times, it's worth 3 points. The problem is I'm going to have to play something. I can't just do egret into Eleonora. I don't think that's affordable. I suppose let's think about this. If I hit on the bee eater, I can force them down right away. I would be left on 3 egg spaces. I'd get 4 back, so I'd get 7, 10, 12. I could then lay eggs 3 more times more and then play something else. But like, what else? What else is there to play? I don't have any real big point options. So maybe Swainson. Maybe Swainson's better than Mockingbird at this point, even if it costs me the extra food to be able to do that. 1 food is 1 point because I can always chuck it for an egg or skip the crow. Yeah, I think it might have to be Swainson here. Swainson and gamble. So we play Swainson, we lay eggs. I think we can then lay eggs. Can we lay eggs 3 times? Oh, we might only be able to lay eggs twice. But I think that should be enough. As long as bee eater hits once. I think we can play Swainson, lay eggs twice. Do the double play. And then we need to be able to lay eggs on that last turn so that we do get something on Eleanor. So I think we're going to do that. That feels like the play for me. But, oh man, this is what was feeling like a nice relaxing game. It's turned into a bit of a stressful one. So yeah, I think we can still score well, and definitely this egret into Eleonora. I mean, what is that? 13 points minus 4 eggs. It's a 9-point play. And hopefully, I mean, I don't know. We'll see if they can beat us on this end around. They are going food again, so maybe they've got something. Lots of fish and lots of rodents. At least we know they don't have this great egret. I suppose that's one thing to make us feel a little bit more relaxed, but yeah, I'm feeling anything but relaxed at the moment. Okay, they're not taking all the fish. They're taking lots of worms. Don't know what to make of that. Don't know what to make of that. As I say, if they have another ground nest, can't remember if anything was in the tray, but they could probably play that and just lay eggs twice and win the end around. So we're going to have to hope they can't do that. And we're also going to have to hope that this Swainson's hawk is going to hit a lot. So let's lay our eggs. Let's fill up as many ground nests as possible. Come on, hawk. Not the right bird to be trying to eat, I'm afraid. At least bee eater is doing something for us. So, okay. I think it's going to plan. I think this is going to work. But man, yeah. Tricky end game. I thought this was going to be straightforward. I'm kind of annoyed that we've not hit this bird bander, I've got to say. This is normally a pretty reliable bonus card. And yeah, we could have gone Mockingbird, we could have gone Black-Chinned. But I think these kind of low point plays just hit a bonus card. It's not great. So, well, red not, okay. There you go, that wins them the end around. I did wonder when they kept picking up all those worms. So now they just legs twice. I think that's going to be their play. 6 points a turn. Oh man, I hope they don't have a good bonus card from that, because that could definitely make the difference in their favour. But let us lay our eggs. There we go. Oh, that was a close one. I think we do want this worm because I think we can chuck it for food, and I don't think they can. So yeah, bee eater. I think it only missed once. Did it miss twice? Maybe it missed twice. It's been pretty reliable, I think, so don't mind that. But yeah, they can. I suppose it's worth a point for them. That food, they discard food twice. Man, those starling tucks. I said it at the time, but man, that could be the make or break of this game. Getting all those starling tucks. Because yeah, 14 tucks on that is very nice indeed. But the solace for me is that they did have to take food twice at the start of this round for 1 point a turn, while I was laying eggs and getting, 5 or 6 points on those turns. So, and we do still have a good double play. So we'll see. I think I can hit triple digits, or at least get close. we'll see if they can do that. But yeah, this has been an interesting game. Like I say, felt like a good start. And then Wood Duck appears and just all the confidence drains out of me. And then it started to look better again. And then I reveal White Stork and the confidence goes again. So yeah, the swings of Wingspan, things can turn very, very quickly in this game. As you've definitely seen here. So yeah, it looks like they are laying eggs and they have been chucking food very, very sensibly. The reassuring thing is they don't have Benelli. It's always one thing to think about when you get to this point of the game is sweating over whether they have Benelli. I mean, maybe they do, but if they play it, I think they wouldn't win the end around, so debatable if it would even be worth it. But let's stop worrying about if they've got Benelli and let's start worrying about getting our own birds down. So we can do Eleonora. And yeah, make sure we take off the right birds. Not that it matters, because I think, as I say, I think we do lose this end around. But we tried. So these two end rounds that I said I was going to win 3 and 4, we tie 3. And we go and lose 4, so a bit of a shame. But yeah, 86, we're going to get 4 from the end round. 5, 6, hopefully 7. So it looks like we're going to finish on somewhere in the high 90s. Which is, yeah, pretty respectable considering the bonus card miss. If you hit that, you get into triple digits, so that's probably what you look for. Okay. Are they laying eggs? Or do they have Benelli? I'm honestly not sure which I'd rather. But we'll see. I mean, I suppose they could still have a separate big point play. They might have to be thinking twice here. No, they are laying eggs. No need to think. Lay eggs, win the end around. Yeah, makes sense. So let's lay eggs. Spread them out. Come on, Hawk. Okay, it hit twice. I think it went 2 out of 3. So we'll take it. It could have been worse. Bee Eater when it doesn't matter. Who knows? Maybe it will matter. If it comes down to food tiebreaker, that's the one food that we've got, so we'll see. But yeah, they've got a lot of eggs, and they've got a lot of tucks, and they are edging us in end of round, so we'll see. We'll see what this result's going to be, because I honestly don't know as we go into the scores. It's all going to come down to their bonus cards. As we saw, we blanked R1, which is always a bit frustrating, but that's a pretty healthy lead. Oh, I did not realise I had 64 bird points. I will take that. Okay, 9 from bonus cards for them. They will drag it back a little bit there. Eggs as well. They will definitely pull it closer. And tuck cards at the end. How close is it going to be? Oh, it's very close. That is a very painful one. 98 to 97 in the end. And yeah, let's take a look. Let's take a look at their bonus cards. Okay, Collegist and Bird Feeder. So yeah, Collegist very nice. Bird Feeder not so nice, but I mean, yeah, you take 3 points from that kind of red knot. You definitely take that. So, oh, that's a frustrating one. That is a frustrating one. I think I could have won that. I think that there was a bit of a mistake. Certainly round 3, end of round. As I say, should have skipped the crow. Should have thought a bit more carefully and got that one down. But yeah, man, missing the bird bander, that stings. And the hawk, if it had gone 3 for 3. We could have squeaked the win there, but there we go. Very entertaining one, very close. As I say, very frustrating. Wood Duck kind of coming up at an amazing time. And yeah, revealing that White Stork, that definitely hurt me as well. But at least it's only a 1-point loss. As I say, in this tournament, you've got to keep the games close if you're going to lose them. We certainly did that here. So there we go. 5 out of 6 games done. We just have 1 more to go. So if you want to see that game, do hit subscribe, do stay tuned, and yeah, I'll see you again very, very soon.